Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we are going to take a look at Native American art, and we're going to focus on dream catchers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create the dream catcher and the feathers and this interesting watercolor effect. So the first thing you're going to need is your blank paper. If you plan on painting the background in watercolor, you want to use kind of a thicker paper to make sure that it doesn't warp or tear. So what you're going to need is either a compass, which in the art world is a tool that allows you to create circles, or you can use like a circle maker like this, or you can find random things around your house that have a circle, like a cup or vases and other things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the cup here for my initial outside of my dream catcher. And I'm going to draw my circle around it. And that's about how big my dream catcher is going to be. I know it looks kind of small, but I want to make sure I have enough area down here for feathers and things like that. Then what I can do is use this circle tracer. Again, you can use other smaller circles, other items that have circles as well. First, I'm going to find the center to kind of make sure all these other circles are centered too. One, two, three. Four. We'll do a small one for 5. You want about 5 to 8 circles to create a really interesting design. So what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to create another smaller circle around the outside of the dream catcher. I don't have a circle this particular size, so I'm just going to freehand it, which you can too as long as your circles are somewhat straight. Okay. Now what I want to do is create a different design in each one of these circles. So for the center circle, I'm going to do something really simple, like a plus sign, and then looks like little triangles almost in each one. So there's going to be my center design. And then around the outside, I'm going to do something like arches. And you can do whatever kind of pattern that you want or design that you want in your dream catchers. And here I'm going to make kind of this kind of petal design. Okay. And then I'm going to make maybe some arrows. And then inside each arrow, I'm going to draw another arrow, just to give it kind of more design. And then on this last circle, I'm going to do zigzags and keep it nice and simple. Because even when it is a simple design, adding detail, it is going to really be wonderful in the end. And then around the outside here, I'm going to create the appearance of like twine or rope. And that's just going to be like a little S pattern. So notice I'm just doing these little squiggly lines. And that's just going to help give it the illusion that it's kind of wrapping around. That one. There. Perfect. So I've gone all the way around. Now what I want to do is I want to create some strings that come down and where feathers are going to be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 3. And I want them to be varying heights or lengths. And then I'm going to create my feather. So to create my feather, I am going to draw a line. And then I'm going to erase this. There we go. And then I'm going to, off the side of the feather, draw these little zigzags. Okay? And then create the shape of the feather. And this feather is going to be round. Okay? Now I want them to have some little cutouts. So what I'm going to do is angle these little cutouts. I'm just putting little triangles in here, and they're facing upwards. So then that way I can go and erase that line. And now it looks like my feathers have some cutouts. I'm going to do the same thing here. And this one I'm going to make kind of pointed. And this one's going to overlap. And it's okay, I want them to overlap. That gives it more character. And one more. And I'll make this one round too. All right, and then what I can do is go in and add some detail to these feathers. So I'm just going to add some lines. And along the lines here that are connecting the Dreamcatcher to the feather, I'm going to connect this one a little bit better to the feather here, so it looks like they're tied on. I'm going to add some beads. And by beads, I mean little dots. And I'm just varying up the size and the location. Now that this part is done, what I'm going to do is take a Sharpie and I'm going to outline everything and then erase my pencil marks. In the next video, I'll show you some color choices that I'm using for coloring in the Dreamcatcher.